And I mean, when you're in this tax bracket and you're considering this vehicle, $5,000 is really nothing. And it's, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This week I've been behind the wheel of the 2025 Range Rover Evoque, a luxury subcompact crossover competing against the likes of the Volvo XC40 and the BMW X1, just to name two of its competitors. And on my next episode of 3 Minute Thursday, I'm gonna offer you a showdown to see which one earns your hard-earned cash. But this episode is all about the Evoque, and I'm going to tell you why you need to spend an extra $5,000. I'm also going to be speaking about real-world fuel economy, towing, cargo space technology, and so much more. So do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, because this review starts right now. Land Rover makes deciding which Range Rover Evoque model to purchase pretty easy. The first of two trims, the S model, begins at $49,900 and the top trim Dynamic SE begins at $54,900 US. For the difference of $5,000, I'm going to recommend leveling up to the Dynamic SE trim because $5,000 split between a 4-year lease with a 10% down payment and an 8% tax rate puts you above $500 per month, but there are other factors to consider, like options. This particular Evoque Dynamic SE model I'm reviewing ups the style factor with Tribeca Blue Metallic Paint, 20-inch wheels, my preferred technology package, and my highly recommended cold climate package, which ups the price to $62,930 before tax. Pricing aside, all Evoques come with standard all-wheel drive and the same 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder with a 9-speed automatic transmission and satin chrome paddle shifters. This is producing 246 horsepower with 269 pound-feet of torque, and this is how it looks off the line. And spoiler alert, I apologize in advance. Now, let's go. The optional dynamic handling package allows you to customize both your driving modes and your terrain modes. And the illustrations in your Pivi Pro infotainment system or through your driver cluster are really, really well done. But for the most part, I just left it in economy this week to enhance my fuel savings. And that said, I was able to average 25 miles per gallon, which is better than what Land Rover advertises. But keep in mind that my vehicle is empty. Now, when you're driving on an open highway, take advantage of your standard adaptive cruise control. And while I'm on the topic of driver assisted technology, you also receive LED lights with automatic high beam assist, a heads up display, a 3D camera, and a reversible rear view mirror are included with the technology package. But other popular favorites like lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, and parking sensors are standard. So the Evoque isn't known for its off-road capabilities like other models from Land Rover, but that certainly doesn't mean that it disappoints, especially when it comes to towing. So when the Evoque is properly equipped, you can tow just shy of 4,000 pounds, which is more than the XC40 and the BMW X1. Now, when it comes to cargo space, with the seats up, you receive 21.6 cubic feet of space or 50.5 cubic feet of space when the seats are folded in my preferred 40-20-40 split configuration. Other features include a cargo cover, a 12-volt port on the left side, and a temporary spare tire under the trunk floor. When you watch my 3-minute showdown review pitting the Evoque against the XC40 and the BMW X1, you'll hear and see more than a few comparisons. And when it comes to rear passenger comfort, the Evoque is smaller, but it's way more posh inside. And if you decide to purchase the Dynamic SE model, you receive rear heated seats with the cold weather package, which is a must in my opinion. And you also receive a decent amount of storage, directional vents, and more than enough connectivity, including one 12-volt port and 2 USB-C ports. Personally, I'm a huge fan of decluttered interiors, and that's how best I can explain the Evoque. Now, before I hit the road to offer you my final driving impressions, I'm going to highlight a few of the front interior features, beginning with one of my favorites, the panoramic sunroof, which is completely power operated and standard. And then both front seats are power operated and heated, but not ventilated. The steering wheel is also power operated and heated. Functions on your steering wheel include voice command, Bluetooth, your adaptive cruise control functions, and a dial knob for your Meridian audio sound system volume control. You could also customize your well-illustrated driver cluster, which projects your navigation information quite well. Moving to the 11.4-inch Pivi Pro touch-operated infotainment system, it offers Android Auto and Apple CarPlay as standard. Here are a few of my go-tos. On the left side, look for your mode selector shortcut and activate Eco for economy mode to enhance fuel savings. Then select the four square icon on the bottom left corner. Either swipe down to driver assistance or use the arrow on the right side to move the screen icons down. Select driver assistance to customize your driver assisted technology. If you're like me and don't like the heads-up display, deactivate the feature by going through your digital driver cluster functions. My other favorite features inside Land Rover's Pivi Pro infotainment system is the shortcut for the 3D 360 camera angles and navigation system. Lastly, connectivity. A mobile charge pad is standard along with one USB-C port up front and one USB-C port inside the center console. Now let's hit the road for my final driving impressions. 2025 Range Rover Evoque final impressions, and for me 100% I'm spending the extra $5,000 to level up to the Dynamic SE, and I'm definitely going with the technology package and the climate package. And I mean, when you're in this tax bracket and you're considering this vehicle, $5,000 is really nothing, and it's worth its value too. The overall drive is absolutely amazing, and trust me, although my launch was really bad, once the vehicle is a little bit more in motion and you activate dynamic mode and you put in S mode, I mean, use your paddle shifters and it's a lot more fun. With the all-wheel drive system, you're incredibly well balanced, not a lot of rollover in corners with the weights. But yeah, no complaint. And like I said previously, I like how everything's decluttered. I mean, yeah, you get a little bit more fingerprints, but it is what it is. I prefer having everything decluttered. Visibility is good out the front and the sides. Be careful when you're making left and right hand turns because the A-pillars are quite wide and there's absolutely no blind spot out that C-pillar because the window back there is ginormous. Noise cabin quality is where Land Rover has me sold. Noise cabin quality is so good. It's almost as good as like an EV SUV, which is really impressive. But guys, overall, if you're looking for more information, always look down in the description below. I try to make your purchasing experience easier for you, and make sure you check out my 3-minute showdown video. It's amazing. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.